Alright, what is up, guys? It is Lenny. We are just leaving work, heading to the gym for another session. Today is Wednesday. It is a class day. Coach got us in doing some heavy sevens today. I believe program right now is 210 for 7 on the deadlift. So that's a pretty meaty 7. But yeah, trying to take this moment to have a little chat with you guys. I feel like I haven't done a car chat in a while. I feel like they really went away after 75 hard, and I've been trying to bring them back. Just get some of my mentality out there, like where my head's at with powerlifting. So for those who don't know, CanPL, or the Canadian Powerlifting organization, has just announced the change of qualifying totals, which means for us, the goalpost has moved. Technically, I'm not even qualified for Easterns now, but we did hit like 20 kilos over at Boxing Day Blowout, which means my next competition, it's pretty much set in stone that I will qualify for Easterns for 2026. That has changed now, however. Going forward in 2027, the qualifying totals have changed. The qualifying totals for Nationals have changed, and the qualifying totals for Easterns have changed. And it's put me in a weird headspace mentally, trying to plan out how I want to tackle the next couple years of powerlifting. Also, if my voice is shaky or if the video is shaky, we got a bunch of snow earlier this week, and it's all in around my wheel wells still, so like my car is super unbalanced right now. So we're just trying to shake some of that snow loose. What was I saying? Yeah, so a big pushing factor for me lately, this past year or so, has been qualifying for Easterns. It has been a huge driving factor. It's been a big thing pushing me to grind as hard as I have been, as well as just wanting to be better. But having a goalpost to achieve is obviously something you want. Being better isn't a touchable. Touchable is not the word I'm looking for. Obtainable? Attainable? I don't know. It's not a goal that you could like physically reach. Being better is always a goal that you're pushing for more and more all the time. And as such, being better can only push you so hard versus having a goalpost to reach for. So with that, my goalpost for the past little while has been Easterns. And then after Easterns, obviously, would be Nats. However, on top of that, the Nats qualifier has moved. And obviously never say never. Obviously never doubt yourself. You never should doubt yourself. But I can't see myself qualifying for Nationals. If the past couple jumps, this jump and the jump that they made 2 years ago on the Nationals qualifier are anything to go off of, I don't think it's something I will ever hit. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. And this isn't me coming on here to bitch and moan and cry about qualifying standards. Oh, boo-hoo, woe is me, I can't reach them, so they shouldn't be so high. They should be high. I think, obviously, it needs to be the best of the best. Nationals needs to be this prestigious, top-of-the-line, best of the lifters, because the people who win Nationals are the people who are going to go on to represent your country at Worlds, at Sheffield, at NAPFs. These are the people who are going to represent Canada. Therefore, you should have to work to get to Nationals, and you should have to work for that world spot. You shouldn't just be handed it. But with how it has jumped, and with how it's been moving over the past couple of years, I just genuinely don't think I could physically do it. I believe it is moving up to 762 or something right now, which is crazy weight to think about, especially with where, oh my god, the shake is bad. Especially with where I am right now in powerlifting, it's just something that doesn't seem attainable. Like, you need to be squatting mid-sixes, pulling 700 plus, and then like benching a shit ton. And when you're like me and your pecs falling off, benching a shit ton's hard. So with that being said, they also pushed like 50 kilos, I think, on the regional qualifier, which is what I was talking about earlier, which is Easterns. Which brings me back full circle to where I was saying motivation. What I could do is I could do provincials this year, and then go to Easterns in September. And then what? If I don't think I'm gonna hit nationals and I go to Easterns this year, when I'm pretty much guaranteed a spot to go, that's what my glass, like that's my ceiling as far as the box I'm putting myself into right now. So part of me is like, I should go now while I have the chance. And also, like, me and my girlfriend are looking at saving up for a house right now. Maybe spend the money now where it's easier to spend than when we have a house and we have housing costs and stuff like that. That's one thought. The other thought is, if I go now, will it kill my motivation to get better and be stronger? Versus if I don't go to Easterns this year and the Easterns qualifier gets pushed going into 2027, now I have to work again. Now I have to grind for this. Now this is something that I have to work for. Will that push me to work harder? So obviously we still have months to think it out. Provincials is still 4 months away. That is plenty of time for me to discuss this with my coach, with my girlfriend, with my family, with the guys, obviously to get a bunch of different inputs to come to my own decision. But I do want to put all this out there and even get your guys' opinions. If you want to leave them in the comments below or send them to me on Instagram or whatever. I just want to get input on what people think I should do. But ultimately, the moral of the story, the title of this video, and what we're going into the gym for, none of it really matters. You just got to get stronger. And that is exactly what we're going in for. We are going in to get stronger. I warmed up a little bit. I've been taking an exercise band to work lately, and like the last couple minutes of my shift, or like when I get time on my lunch break, or at some point throughout my shift, I've just been trying to stretch my pec. Just trying to do some pec flies, do some banded exercise to try and stretch that pec and hopefully make it less of an issue. Even on my non-chest days, even on my non-training days, just trying to get movement back into that pec, just to free it up, just try and stabilize it. Been doing a lot more pec exercises. You won't see those today because today is obviously a back accessory day, as I always do on my class days. But it is, we just got to get stronger, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go in, we're going to hit those 7s. I think we have board on bench, but I'm not too sure on what the bench plan is for tonight, like what the bench program says. I have time to go. And then we will hit some back accessories. I need to record some back accessory stuff anyway. Working on a video similar to my bench video I did, this one here. I'm going to work on a deadlift video along the same lines, and I will probably do a squat one once my new knee sleeves get here and I make a couple videos on those. I'm still waiting on my A7 rigor mortises. Lots of ranting to do in that video. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the world, those knee sleeves cost me way more money than they ever should have. But that's enough of that. And unfortunately, they are stuck currently. Not on my legs. I'm sure they will be, but not currently. They are stuck in shipping because Newfoundland has been getting hit with some pretty nasty snowstorms over the past couple of weeks. But I will plan on making those videos, and as I said before, I do have the big one teased. As for the podcast, I don't know that there's going to be a February episode. Looking at it now, I don't have a lot of time. I did have some issues with my car. And honestly, I've kind of like, I don't know, the drive for the podcast isn't there, so I may wait it out until Nats and get the Nats episodes recorded, and hopefully that reignites my fire for the podcast. But I haven't been really enjoying the podcast as of late, and that's to no fault of the guest. I've loved the last couple guests I've had on, but I don't know, it's feeling very blah to me, like personally, to record, to edit, and obviously if I'm not giving it my all, I don't want to half-ass it for you guys, as I've said before. So that's in a little interesting point, a little interesting standpoint. All that being said, we got to get in the gym and we got to get lifting. We got to get all this shit started. But I did want to come on here and just have a little rant, a little chat to you guys, and let's go lift some heavy shit. Yes, sir.
Back. Yeah. About 45 pounds is quite a bit. I'm on top. I was like, fuck. Attaboy. There you go.
Yes, come on. Nicely done.
Hit 7, complete the feet.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hold on, my brother, until I needed it.
Attaboy. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. One more. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Good.
So clearly we didn't do accessories. Clearly we're at home. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the volume deadlifts, but I got super duper dizzy, super duper lightheaded. When I was helping the guys, like when I was helping spot and load the guys on bench, I got like, it was almost like vertigo. So obviously I listened to my body, came home, and that's where we are. I don't know that I had enough food in me, maybe. And again, maybe it was just the 7s, maybe my heart rate was just high. But this is one of those moments where you could tough through it. You could be a big tough guy and, ooh, I'm going to tough through it. This is a moment where you listen to your body. My body was quite literally about to collapse. So I came home and here we are. That being said, it's going to call it for this video. I know it's a short one. I know it's a weird one. Bit of a yap session, bit of a lifting session, but here we are. I'll see you guys in the next one.